Very good afternoon. It's maybe under 21 level, but it's South Wales Derby Day. Welcome along to Cardiff City TV. John Donovan alongside Tom Hopkins as the team's coming out onto the pitch. The Bluebirds against the Swans.
Very good afternoon.
A game you always want to see. And Darren Pearce's men have been in a decent run of form lately. So whilst the league table might say that Swansea are significantly ahead, you'd imagine, you would hope, it will be a more even game than the standings currently dictate this afternoon. We hope so. Welcome along. It's great to have you with us. It's almost Christmas. Of course, you can take the time off work as we get set for this latest edition of the Bluebirds against the Swans. And for Cardiff City, well, it's a strong-looking lineup. No regular first-team players, but players certainly on the cusp. Notably Joel Colwill, who was excellent last time out when we brought you coverage of the Bluebirds' last home game. Another derby against Bristol City. He will be the key man again today, but also some names to look out for. Well, Ryan Kavanagh continuing his return from injury. You can imagine a derby day is made for him. He will take his place as the holding midfielder wearing number 4, as you'll see on your lineup on the screen there. And Malachi Fagan-Walcott, my first chance to see him, the recent addition after signing from Tottenham Hotspur. James Kroll was a great platform pivot for the Bluebirds attack last time out. And Xavier Benjamin will captain the Bluebirds side, looking to be dominant, physical, and win the battle, which you always have to do on Derby Day. Well, for Swansea, of course, we know that they're in transition, starting about 7 o'clock last night when it was announced that Michael Duff would be leaving his post as first-team manager. No doubt there's been conversations and players now thinking that they have opportunities to head to the first team or impress a new manager. The name that immediately stands out, Cameron Congreve, who's a very tricky, talented player, wearing the number 7 shirt for Swansea. And as I say, the Swans are well positioned in the league table. 7 wins, I believe I saw earlier, so they will perhaps be slight favourites coming into this one. But again, on whatever level, whatever platform, Derby Day always provides that little bit extra and a little bit of the unexpected. As I say, Tom's alongside me as normal for under 21 games. And Tom, you're always excited when the Bluebirds and the Swans go up against each other.
Yeah, certainly. And I think that there's no better time, really, considering the form that both sides are in. I mean, City, they've struggled a bit earlier on in the season, and we've got a win in last week's 5-5 draw, which if you ask anybody involved in that game, they've never really experienced anything like it. So hopefully they can take the positives from that match and take them into this afternoon.
Well, it's Swansea in their traditional all-white who will be kicking off, playing from right to left as we're underway here at Leckwith. Immediately Liam Smith comes deep from the number 10 position to retrieve the ball, and imagine you'll see a lot of rotation from Swansea. It's the way that they are coached to play over the last decade or so. Might be the fact that Cardiff have to stay solid and hit on the break. We shall see. As the floodlights are on, the winter gloom comes down. Hopefully, though, it'll be an exciting spectacle this afternoon as Cardiff look to press and put a little bit of pressure onto Richard Farke there, but Swansea have broken the press. They look to release a ball on the left-hand side to full-back Lincoln McFadden. He went a little too early, and Cardiff will have the restart from the set piece. Speed on both flanks for the Bluebirds today, particularly on the left flank as we look at things. Raheem Conte, Cody Twos on the right, wearing the number 7 shirt. An intelligent, tricky footballer, but you do feel that Joel Colwill will be the man who makes most things happen for the Bluebirds today. And right on cue, picks up the ball from the free kick, looking to drive at the Swansea backline, gives it right wide to Conte. Conte skips inside as he fouls. Yes, it's what those quick feet can do. And he draws a free kick in a dangerous position.
Good early work from City, just catching the offside mark earlier, but winning a good position for a free kick here early on as well. I think Darren Pearce obviously wants City to be compact at the back and energetic and adventurous going forwards, and if we can see here just from Conte's run, hopefully it's a sign of things to come this afternoon.
Louis Giles is standing there as a left-footed option for the out-swinging cross. Swansea looking to keep a high line on the edge of the penalty area. Cardiff do have height, Benjamin and Fagan Walcott. It is Giles, puts it in, but it's well marshalled by Swansea as they clear out. Cardiff look to recycle the ball, and they've won first contact. Can Conte get there? He can. He gives it to Twos, who looks to skip past his man, does well. Links back with Conte once more, goes to the byline. Can he dig out a cross? Well, he may have to go backwards to go forwards. Him and Twos play a little bit of catch, but eventually Swansea bring the ball away. Cardiff recover it well through Kavanagh. Can't help feel he'll be key today. Twos tries to, Colwill tries to jink inside his man, who was Lazar, the Swansea captain. Good defending though. Referee says play on in that situation in the middle of the park. So Joel Colwill will bring the nice touches and the creative play. Ryan Kavanagh, who's no mean technical footballer in his own right, but you just feel Derby Day is meant for his kind of personality. Someone who likes to make a strong tackle and break up play. Kroll, can he recover that? Looks to win a throw in off the Swansea man, but the decision will go the way of the visitors. There's a lot of speculation at the moment. He'll be the next first-team manager for Swansea City. John Eustace seemed to be a name on people's lips last night. Tony Mowbray is now available. We shall wait and see what our friends from down west do. As Cardiff look to press once more, not allowing Mitchell Bates to get on the half turn. Ball out wide, good spread to Congreve, and again he's the man who will look to get on the ball and make things happen for Swansea. He's a physical, athletic, tricky footballer. Swansea have played that well out to the right-hand side. Low cross into the box, which Cardiff deal with through Campbell. Campbell will get it back, playing at right back today. We saw him at left back against Bristol City, and he did well that day. Cardiff look to spread to Conte. It's well cut out. And Joe Thomas will recycle for Swansea. Antwi, a little over-enthusiastic there, shoulder through the back, and it'll be a free kick to Swansea.
So I think, you know, looking composed so far on the ball. Kavanagh's pass there just a little underhit, I think, but nonetheless just need to remain compact now when they're not in possession.
Kavanagh won that ball well and plays an intelligent first-time ball to Kroll. It's difficult enough on the bounce that Kroll can win it, and indeed wins a free kick. Excellent from Kroll, particularly good from Kavanagh.
Yeah, Kroll did well there, just situational awareness. He knows he's not going to get past three men, so he wins the foul well.
And it'll be a Twos-Giles combination. Giles does have excellent set-piece delivery. Cardiff decide not to take the quick one, and they'll allow the left back to trot over. Can Cardiff make one of these early set pieces count? Giles once more, decent whip. Swansea held a good line though. Cardiff's runners couldn't get in there quickly enough. Actually, I don't think it was a terrible ball, but well marshalled by the Swansea back line.
Yeah, they're well drilled. I think very few opportunities to get through there. Ball itself, I think, was great, but just needed that person on the end of it.
Swans look to play out from the back. Here's Congreve. Good chasing down by Twos. Congreve gets a release ball though, and the flag has stayed down. Jake Dennis needs to be quick out of the box. He didn't feel it was going to come inside the 18-yard box, so clears away. Again, Congreve is the man that is looking to get on the ball. Swansea playing a back three with wing backs as opposed to the flat back four of Cardiff, so a little bit of clash of formations. We'll see who gets the upper hand. Can Twos nip in there? No, he can't. Cardiff with quite a passive mid-block, and they force the turnover there. Goal kick to the Bluebirds. And you're right, Tom, it looks like a structured approach from Darren Purce's men. They might expect to see less of the ball, but they're going to get into their defensive shape and then hit on the break, hit on the quick transition when they can. Yeah,
certainly. I think they've learned, I think, from last week. I think Percy very much wanted to make sure that we don't go and concede another 5 goals in a match. And it seems so far that whatever training they've been doing in the week, it's all been around that mentality of keeping the goals out.
Conti from the ball from Colwill. First touch is a little heavy, and in the end there were 2 runners in the box, Kroll and Campbell. Conte, though, really made the angle go against himself. Lovely build-up play initially, though. Kroll, again, good platform with his back to goal. Colwill releases Conti. It was a good run initially from the winger. That first touch was just a little heavy, though, and robbed him of options. Swansea want to play out short. Cardiff are prepared to give them that space, really looking for that mid-block. A high defensive line touching the edge of the centre circle. The midfield closely positioned nearby on the halfway line, looking to congest the middle third, perhaps asking Swansea to go a little longer than they might like. It's a good touch and turn, good strength from Liam Smith, but good recovery tackle from Antwi. Oh, not so, says the referee. Again, it's one of those in the modern game. Appears to win the ball, but perhaps he came from the wrong side. Being the old man that I am, Tom, that would have been allowed in my day.
Well, I think by today's standards, he might be lucky to have not gotten the yellow there, but the Swansea player was quick back up on his feet.
Cardiff's turn to defend a set piece. Whip ball towards the penalty spot. Not great, and Charles does well. Improvises, clears out with the knee. Can Vontae Campbell nip in there? No, he can't, but it's a good press by Conti there. Swansea, though, retain possession. It's been a pretty good match-up through the first 9.5 minutes. Neither goalkeeper has really been troubled yet, but both teams looking to play football, and good tactical match-up. Good tackle in the middle of the park by Twos. Gives it to Conti. And Giles back out to the winger. He's been busy so far. Great first touch from Colwill on the stretch when it looked like that pass was going to evade him. What fantastic balance. Here's Conti. Can he get his shot away? He finds Kroll. Kroll with the chance, and he scores! And that's a goal of fantastic quality from Cardiff City. Build-up play. Conti involved throughout. But Tom, I think this goal is made from that first touch from Joel Colwill, where I really thought the ball was going to run away from him. He wouldn't let it. He then opened up the angle, gave it back to Conti. Conti to Kroll, an emphatic finish, and first blood to the Bluebirds. Such a well-worked goal overall. I'm looking forward to seeing the replay, to be honest with you. The initial ball where Joel Colwill gets a touch on it, you think, yeah, maybe it has been a little overhit. But no, it's not. Just cuts inside. There's 3 men around him, and he manages to get the pass off. Terrific vision as well there to find Kroll. It's a great finish. My apologies to Cameron Antwi. It was he who played the final ball, not Conti. But Conti was involved on the touchline. But again, maybe I'm looking for a future as his agent, but Joel Colwill, I thought, was the difference maker in that move. Great start from the Bluebirds. 1-0 up. James Kroll, the goal scorer. Cardiff look to activate a higher press this time. Can Antwi turn that over? Well, again, it's well protected by Liam Smith, who looks like a player with good balance, playing with his back to goal. Cardiff give it back to their goalkeeper, Jake Dennis. And Cardiff will have a throw approaching the halfway line. Darren Pearce will be happy with what he's seen so far. Good defensive shape. And then constructive football when they've played on the break. A little bit of a heavy touch there from Kavanagh. Will turn the ball over. Kavanagh gets a foot in though. There's a slip in there from Antwi. And the catalogue of errors continues as Mitchell Bates misplaces his pass and it's out for a throw into the Bluebirds. Decent attendance here at Leckwith today. A number of students have made their way out to watch the South Wales derby as Antwi looks to make a tackle, but again Liam Smith belies his smaller stature to help Swansea break away. The ball across the box, thankfully for Cardiff, is well marshalled, although Monte Campbell has got himself into a bit of difficulty. Referee says play on as Congreve is putting pressure on him. Eventually the referee gives a free kick Cardiff's way. I can understand slightly the Swansea frustration. Seemed half 6 on one and half a dozen of the other, if that's the right phrase. But the end result is Cardiff will have a free kick. Liam Smith has impressed me so far. Smaller player, but strong, good centre of gravity, and seems to be matching up and giving Cameron Antwi a good battle. Those two in close proximity again. The ball forward will run all the way to Dennis. And the game just settles down a little bit after that first goal. Jones will retrieve the ball. In fact, he lets it run to goalkeeper Mitchell. Cardiff seem to have their tactics spot on at the moment. I'm just looking at the pitch of the starting position of Kavanagh and Antwi. It's offering close protection to the back four, not allowing Swansea to play between the lines, although again it's that man Smith who's turned the ball over. Giles has to get back and play a nice ball to Kavanagh, back to Giles, and they win the goal kick. That's good work from the number 3 and number 4, alleviating what was a potentially dangerous situation.
Yeah, showing good maturity there. It's early pressure again, isn't it? You know, they're looking for that quick equaliser. Here's that finish on the right foot as well, getting that in the top corner. It's perfect.
Went back across the goalkeeper, which allowed James Kroll the greater angle to hit. It's an emphatic finish of a man who's playing with confidence at the moment. He actually reminds me of a player who played for both Cardiff and Swansea. You won't remember, Tom, a guy called Kevin Nugent, who wasn't the biggest target man, but could hold the ball up very well, but also had an eye for goal as well. Here's Giles playing it long, looking for Kroll. Kroll, can he get on the end of a slightly under-hit back pass? He can't. Here's Smith again in midfield. He really is impressing. He drives forward now, plays the ball in. It's a good tackle by Benjamin, but it's still there. Chance for Swansea. Parried save from Dennis. Kavanagh's in there to tidy up, and it needed it. Giles clears away, but Liam Smith is a slippery character out there at the moment. That's a clear shirt pull. Referee is going to play advantage. A nice release ball to Twos. Twos is waiting for Campbell to go on the overlap. Swansea now have players back, but that's good from Campbell. He takes the pass. Can he pick out a man? Well, no, he can't. But again, decent build-up play from Cardiff, picking up the ball from a Swansea turnover and playing well on the break, Tom.
Yeah, certainly definitely playing with purpose. If you just look at how quick that was, that transition from being, well, Jake Dennis forced into making a save to eventually that cross coming in from Monte Campbell. So you definitely have a game plan. They're sticking to it so far.
Best moment of the match so far for Swansea in terms of a goal-scoring chance, and this number 10, Liam Smith, who It's just a bundle of energy and trickery in the middle of the park, and Swansea now come down the right-hand side. That's a good cross towards the far post, and it needs to be well defended. Cardiff under some sustained pressure here. Giles gives the ball back to Fagan Walcott, who clears away. Cardiff just need to get a free kick or a platform, hold the ball. Swansea are asking questions at the moment. 17 minutes gone, 1-0 to the Bluebirds, but Swansea having their best spell of the match. And Cardiff looking to compact the space between their back four, the two holding midfielders, trying to make it difficult for Swansea to find space between the lines. Smith once more, spreads the play to Farke. Now it's the left wing back, McFadden. Swansea will look to go back the other way. It's a nice ball, but for once Smith's touch is a little heavy. Swansea will get the benefit of a ricochet though. Cardiff defending the edge of their own penalty box. Giles does well. Throw in to Swansea City, but the Swans just finding their game, Tom.
Yeah, it looks it the last couple of minutes. You know, Swansea City have looked more dangerous than us and limited us to being pretty much having to come back on the counter if we want to get up the pitch.
Faden on the stretch, that will go past him, and Cardiff will get that throw in and a little bit of respite. 18.5 minutes gone if you're just joining us. John Donovan alongside Tom Hopkins this afternoon for the South Wales derby at under-21 level at Leckwith. The Bluebirds have the lead. A beautifully worked goal that resulted in James Kroll finding the net. This was across a few moments ago that needs to be well defended. Swansea just starting to ask some questions. In the midst of that, Jake Dennis had to make a decent parried save. Campbell goes down the line. Kroll will battle, and his battling allows it to run to twos. He can't link up with Antwi, and Cardiff just for the moment starting to concede possession. Lazar with the ball at his feet. Drilled pass, you could see the idea, but Giles' position was very good, and now Cardiff can transition once more. Here's Conti. Can he release Colwill? Again, he's asking a little too much of Colwill, you would feel, or Kroll, I would say, on that occasion. Kroll, I had to say, he had a bit of a swipe, but the referee's going to let bygones be bygones, and it'll be a goal kick to Swansea City.
I think that's part of Kroll's game, isn't it? To be physical in that battle. And if a player's going to try and just run the ball out, he's definitely not going to just let it happen.
Just thinking Darren Pearce in the technical area today, if there was a player who would enjoy derbies and the local rivalry battle, it would be Darren Pearce. Conti turned that ball over. Well, he almost got there, couldn't quite. Well, Swansea can come again through Smith to Congreve. Congreve, that was a nice ball. The runner perhaps wasn't quite on his toes. Swansea will win the corner though. Really good quick release ball from Congreve. Well, actually the referee overrules his assistant and says that'll be a goal kick. Smith and Congreve linking up there. Cardiff defended it well. Felt it perhaps should have been a corner. We'll see what the replay shows us here. Double ricochet perhaps, resulting in a goal kick for the Bluebirds.
Giles has done well there. He's read the situation. He's definitely taken into account whether it'll just be cut back and crossed in over him.
Cardiff looking to play out, and it was somewhat dangerous. In fact, now they have conceded possession. That was a good press. Smith tries the reverse ball, looking for McFadden, but doesn't find its mark. Ball hits the referee, so it'll be a Swansea restart. Swans have certainly had the better of the last 10 minutes, but it is the Bluebirds who have the lead. I'm starting to wonder who's on coffee duty at half-time, whether it's Tom, Jamie or Dale. We shall see. We'll draw straws. Here's Lazar over the halfway line. Yeah, nice angled ball into Smith, who just controls that ball so well when it's drilled into his body. Ball forward looking for Wilson. Just got away from him, shows his frustration. Cardiff will be happy to see another goal kick as they can just look to slow the game down. Darren Pearce talking to the assistant referee on this near side, not happy with something. Cardiff just need to retain possession for a spell, get their parity back in this game, although they are defending well, as you say, Tom. Ball forward, which Kroll has to fight for. There's a clutch of shirts, and which way is it going to go? Well, probably to the referee's view, Kroll had more of the shirt than Richard Farkey. And the pitch just being tilted a little bit towards the left and towards the Cardiff goal. Here's Fletcher, who's come out wide to find the ball. He hasn't seen a lot of it so far. That's a great tackle. Ball goes out, unfortunately, but Kavanagh, such a strong presence in that midfield. Potential switch ball on for Swansea, although they've delayed it a little bit. Lazar finally gives it to the right-hand side. Chance to put a cross into the box. That cross is hung up well again. Congreve gets his header all wrong. He's better with the ball at his feet. Kroll tries to find Colwill. It was a little bit too much in close quarters. And the ball will go out for a throw into Swansea.
City, I think, happy to just take advantage of these unforced errors at the moment. But at the same time, you know, we've put in some great challenges to Ryan Kavanagh back there as well, and that right as we were about to break into our final third.
Here's Smith. Gives it to Fletcher, who's again come a little deeper. Two's tried to manhandle him. Fletcher sees him off. Will he make a shooting opportunity for himself? Foul on the edge of the area. I think Fletcher was clever and he knew that the ball was running away, but there probably was the contact there that necessitated the referee giving the free kick. And Swansea have a free kick in a very dangerous position on the edge of the area. I think in the end, Antwi was the man adjudged to have fouled Fletcher. And a real chance now for Swansea to strike back. Congreve is there as the left foot option. Fletcher, having won the free kick, fancies it for himself on the right foot. Jake Dennis organises his wall. Big moment, you feel. Fletcher will strike. Oh, good save from Dennis. He had to get down low. The ball bounced in front of him. That was an excellent two-handed save from the goalkeeper, also taking it out of the danger area. And now Cardiff can come away. That might be the obvious booking of the season, he says, as the referee, well, as long as he's consistent, says that it will just be the free kick award. It was a good free kick from Fletcher, moving, skipping off the surface. And as a technical save, I think the goalkeeper coach would say that was very impressive from Jake Dennis. Here's Kavanagh. Colwill comes deep and gives it to Antwi, who'd come to the left back position. Just looking to open up the angles. That's a good ball from Antwi. Finds Colwill. He keeps it moving to Campbell. Campbell to Twos. Twos back into Kavanagh. Good run, third man run from Antwi. Took men away, and that allows the ball to be spread to the open man of Conti. Antwi again, who's showing good mobility round the park. And that was a nice turn into Kroll. Kroll looking for the 1-2. Colwill hadn't gone, Antwi wasn't there, but best moment for a while for Cardiff City.
Yeah, certainly. I think scrapping to get our control back on this match a bit. Obviously the last 10, possibly even 15 minutes, it feels like Swansea City have tried to be all over it, and they've had probably the better of the chances since that opening goal.
Throw in to the visitors midway inside their own half. Giles should marshal this ball out of the air. Well, it's turned over to Swansea in the middle of the park. It's a good starting position there from Benjamin. Swansea look to release Wilson on the left-hand side. Cardiff's back four have done well defensively so far. Commentator's curse as Monte Campbell gave that away. Cardiff recovered though. Here's Faki. Cardiff content to allow Swansea's back three to have possession. Again, they want to compact that space. Space that Smith and Congreve and Wilson want to play in. Kavanagh and Antwi doing a great job without the ball this afternoon. That was also very good defending from Fagan Walcott. Can Cardiff release the pressure? Conti does well to allow it to run to Kroll. Kroll will win the throw-in, and Cardiff can move themselves up the pitch. It's a switch ball onto twos, although Cardiff go shorter first to Campbell. Twos now, well, twos was always going to be pressed. Cardiff will get the free kick. Thought perhaps from this vantage point the ball could have missed out Campbell. It's no bad thing for the Bluebirds though, the game just being broken up a little. Referee will ask for that to be retaken. Kavanagh tried to release Cameron Antwi, who's really impressing me with the amount of grass he's covering this afternoon, Tom. He's doing that great defensive job, but if there's a chance to spring and for him to go beyond the front players, he's doing that as well.
Yeah, I think the same could be said for pretty much the whole of the City midfield, couldn't it? It's just the capabilities going forward and then defending as well.
Good ball to Campbell, who was in a little bit of space. That inverted fullback coming into the midfield. He doesn't like what's ahead of him though, so he'll turn it back. Twos comes short. He needs options. He skips outside his man. Does well, in fact, although the ball is charged down. Antwi gets back well to force the Swansea player to have to turn. That's great work from Antwi. He's having an excellent afternoon in the middle of the park. And in fact, Cardiff will win the throw-in as a result of his endeavours. Really looks like he's recovered from that nasty injury sustained at the end of last season. To Campbell, strong tackle, but it will run to Wilson. Wilson is fouled by Kavanagh. That'll be a free kick to Swansea. Game's just got a little bitty, but as I say, that might suit Cardiff more because Swansea were looking fluent for around 10 minutes. Cardiff, though, have defended well, defended collectively as a team. And they have the all-important goal. There's a chance of a ball to find the outside to inside run of McFadden, who looks like a willing runner. Swansea turned it down on the first opportunity, but now here is McFadden. It will hit Benjamin and go out for a corner. And, Lincoln McFadden, the left wing back, even if he's not always getting the ball, he's always making a run and giving him an option. It will allow Swansea to have this corner taken from the near side through Cameron Congreve. It will be an out-swinging corner. Drilled corner, which is well marshalled there by the Bluebirds. And Conti helped turn this ball over. Well, it's good defensive work, but Swansea have recycled to Congreve. He's outnumbered, though. Swansea will get the throw in. Good strong tackle from Vontae Campbell. Wouldn't be a Cardiff Swansea game without me mentioning my favourite Bluebirds Swans memory. Gary Thompson scoring the winning goal in front of the Canton stand. Possibly Christmas '94 or December '94. Someone will help me out with that. Were you born, Tom, in '94?
No.
No.
No, my
Okay.
parents weren't. I don't think they'd met.
Okay, we'll leave that. As Fletcher comes into the box, Kavanagh makes an all-important tackle. Had to time that very well from the wrong side. That could have been Curtin's, but he was able to dispossess Christian Fletcher. Headed towards goal, but Giles did enough to put off Joe Thomas, and that will go out for a goal kick. Just showing that tackle again. Fletcher had room to run into, wanted to open up the body and bend it into that far corner, but Kavanagh wouldn't give up on it. Knew he couldn't go to ground and stretch and make trouble for himself. Excellent tackle from Ryan Kavanagh. Kroll is up. Again, he does enough to disrupt the centre half, but Cardiff can't get a runner on the ball. The Bluebirds have just swapped wingers momentarily. Conti coming over to this near side, right-hand side, twos to the left. Cardiff will get a throw in. And, Jake Dennis, the goalkeeper, is just getting some words of advice from Darren Pearce in terms of distribution. Here's Colwill. Chance to run at the back line. Oh, that's a tackle that's gone over the ball slightly. No malicious intent, but Colwill just got an extra touch that took it away from Lizard. Referee showing leniency again, but Cardiff will have a free kick and a decent opportunity. And Joel Colwill is so difficult to dispossess when he's running with the ball. That languid style of his just drew the tackle, drew the foul. And Cardiff have an opportunity. Oh, is it too far out for the strike? Have seen Giles hit them from distance. Maybe the wrong side for him. I suspect a cross. We shall see. Well, it is a strike on goal, and what a strike it is. Cameron Antwi take a bow. The dip, the power, the pace, it hits the crossbar, it goes behind Remy Mitchell, and after soaking up pressure for quite some time, the Bluebirds find themselves 2 goals to the good, thanks to a world-class free kick from Cameron Antwi.
Yeah, I mean, I think you were talking through whether he would go for the cross or not, and whether that was too far to strike, and here we have it again. It's perfectly weighted. Arced just right, as he'd have liked. I don't think there's much the keeper can do about it.
Well, he's having a superb afternoon at the moment, Cameron Antwi. He deserves that goal, the work he's getting through with and without the ball. Kavanagh is a good foil for him in the middle of the park. Those two, along with the back four, are the keys to what Cardiff are doing well at the moment. Once again, Antwi and Kavanagh disrupt the Swansea transition. Colwill lays it off to Kroll. Kroll waits for twos to go on the outside. Colwill once more, the nutmeg. Is that a foul? Yes, it is. Colwill starting to enjoy himself, draws another set piece. Cameron Antwi decides this might be a little too far out for him. Crossing opportunity for Louis Giles on that left foot of his. Twos, in fact, right-footed. Decent delivery towards the far post. But it's just taken off the head of Fagan Walcott. Ball is returned with interest, and that'll be out for a goal kick to Swansea. The visitors again just need to regroup. They must wonder how they're 2 goals behind. Well, Cardiff, they've worked to the game plan very well, defended in solid fashion, taken their opportunities when they've been granted. They need to remember that very good save from Jake Dennis from the free kick just before Cardiff went 2 goals up. Cardiff now looking for more twos. Is that onside? Well, if it is, that's a decision for the referee to make. He decides it's not a foul on Conti. Wait for the replay of that. I expected the flag to go up, but when it didn't, I think there's a case there that heels may have been clipped. Here's Congreve in the middle of the park. Releases McFadden. Is Fletcher. Fletcher gives it back to McFadden. Again, a willing runner, good cutback ball, but it's well defended by Kavanagh. Again, Kavanagh, Antwi, key to a lot of good things. Great defending again from Ryan Kavanagh. Let's have a look at this. Well, maybe Conti was on the stretch a little. I think the referee, given the benefit of the doubt, probably got that right. Congreve, again, a drill corner. It really is hard delivery to defend. Cardiff, though, do defend and are able to clear it out. That ball will skip away from Conti, but he could actually use it to his advantage. Turn on the Jets. It's a judge that he's fouled his man. It was McFadden. As we're through 38.5 minutes, and it's the Bluebirds who lead the Swans by 2 goals to 0. 2 goals of exceptional quality. Different aspects, different types of goals, but worth watching back. Kroll and Antwi, the goal scorers. As Kroll skips past his man, he's fouled and will win the free kick. That was excellent, excellent hold-up play by James Kroll. The Swansea just starting to lose their heads a little bit, and Richard Farkey earning the ire of the referee. He'll have to go across for a quick chat. And I suspect, Tom, that Darren Pearce is thinking, well, the game plan is working.
Well, you'd like to think so. I can't imagine he'd have any complaints after what we've seen these opening 40 minutes of play.
Game will restart with a free kick to Cardiff, which Fonte Campbell stands over. Goes short for Kroll. Again, makes himself big. Good hold-up play. Back to Campbell. Ball into the box. That's a good ball, and well, Kroll is adjudged to have fouled his man. There might have been a little bit of a push there to create separation. But James Kroll doing everything you would ask of a man leading the line. Congreve comes short to take that free kick off his goalkeeper. Cardiff again looking to compact space in the middle third. Campbell comes out well to get in the way of that pass forward from McFadden. Now Kavanagh helps turn the ball over. Good work again from the Bluebirds. Ball was slightly behind Fagan Walcott there, but he did well, although Cardiff have conceded possession. It's a nice ball, and Campbell has to go to ground to stop the ball, finding that, again, intelligent run of Lincoln McFadden. Here's Kavanagh. Kavanagh can't quite link with Colwill. Thought he might have to take the foul, but Smith actually stayed on his feet. Smith to Wilson, back to Congreve. Congreve strike at goal, good block, and Cardiff clear away. They do. Swansea had numbers there, but they didn't work Jake Dennis. Recycle the ball well to the right-hand side. It's a good cross in, which Benjamin deals with. That touch is a little heavy. Cardiff will clear the ball out as it's the old-fashioned Avett from Kavanagh, just to clear his lines. Can Swansea get something back before half-time? Cardiff looking to stay strong, manage the game until the half-time whistle. McFadden again. Oh, that's a foul. Well, referee says no. Beg to disagree with the referee there, but Swansea come again. Here's Smith, gives it out wide. It needs a hung cross. It's a great cross, and it's well defended by Benjamin, just making life difficult for Fletcher. It's a lovely ball into the area from Joe Thomas. It'll be a corner kick to Swansea. And Joe Thomas just was able to hang that cross up to the back post. Fletcher should have done better, I think. Benjamin was making life difficult, but the centre forward got up higher. The end result is that Swansea have a corner kick. These deliveries have been powerful and wicked from Congreve so far. A little more slice on this one to the back post, headed back across the 6-yard box. Campbell clears away. Good first touch there out of the air from Mitchell Bates, although it will run away from him and out for a throw into Cardiff City. I think, Tom, just a question now of the Bluebirds seeing this through till half-time.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, they really don't want to switch off now after such a disciplined kind of opening. Well, 43 minutes now, yeah. Need to keep right at them and see this out, plus whatever we've got in injury time, which I can't imagine will be too long, to be honest with you.
Not too many stoppages, as Antwi tried the crossfield ball to twos, over hit. Cardiff, though, will get back in their shape, get back in position. Just good to manage this out to the half-time whistle. It's good for Farke, who comes forward. Smith is fouled by Conti, who came from the wrong side. Smith and McFadden, the two players who have stood out for the visitors in this first half. Cardiff have all their men back behind the ball. Again, looking to make that space more and more compact, forcing Swansea to go longer. Thought that might have run to the keeper, but Benjamin felt he had to deal with it. Cardiff have dealt with it well, though. Giles clears away. It will come back to Smith, who heads out towards the far touchline. Looks to jinx between two men, but great defending. Conte helping out Giles. And if Cardiff can win this, they might have a 2-on-1. Can Kroll release the ball? He can't. Didn't quite fall his way. Kavanagh gets in there to make yet another strong tackle, and Cardiff will get the benefit of the ricochet on this occasion. His twos, little isolated, so might have to do it on his own. Looking to gain ground towards the corner. Should win the throw from that. Excellent hold-up play there from Cody Twos.
Yep. He's done very well there, Cody. I think he's, as you said, entirely isolated by himself. Had nobody inside the box he could look to cross to if he wanted to use that bit of pace to get past his man. He's intelligent now with a couple of minutes left in his half.
Yeah, Swansea feel have dominated possession, but it's been a really well-structured performance from Cardiff City through this first half. And can they finish with aplomb? Here's Campbell back to Kavanagh, hanging cross towards the far post, and it needed to be well defended by Joe Thomas there, getting back to take the opportunity away from Conti. Swansea will have the throw. That was good defensive work from the midfielder. He didn't switch off. So we are into added time. And as Tom says, suspect there won't be too much. And Swansea mount a last attack of the half. Cardiff once more get bodies behind the ball. They get their shape back. One look at the watch from the referee. Swansea forced to go a little longer than they might like. Vontae Campbell gets in there, cuts the ball out. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, Swansea have played some nice football, but Cardiff have been ever so professional. Great structure, taken their chances when they've come. And they lead here at Leckwith in the South Wales derby by 2-0. And as we said, Tom, I know you're typing away, but we like to be entertained, and 2 goals, different goals, but goals of great quality.
Absolutely, yeah, and I don't think that Dan Pearce could have really asked for this half to go any better than it has. I think we've taken advantage of any of the errors that have been made, and even when the cards have been against us a bit, we've managed to weather the storm and come back and manage to get these goals.
Some replays of a good first half from both teams. Colwill to Conti there. Just touch was just a little heavy. Took the angle away from Conti. I'm just looking down below me. Matthew Bloxham and Darren Pearce in conversation. Happy, but always room for improvement. This first touch from Colwill, where the ball could have easily run away from him, and then under pressure was able to run away from players. Antwi, as he's done all afternoon. Great run, great ball. And Kroll, lovely finish into the top corner. That was the first goal of real quality. A team goal. And that gave Cardiff the early lead. Swansea did grow from this goal. As we see again, that lovely reversed finish from James Kroll. Swansea grew into the game from this point, and this was, I think, a fantastic technical save. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not a goalkeeper coach, far from it. But just thought that was an excellent save as that ball skipped. And then from that, Colwill drove at the Swansea defence once more. Was fouled. Is he going to cross it? Well, this commentator thought so. Cameron Antwi had other ideas. What technique on that free kick. Goalkeeper Remy Mitchell, full extension, but couldn't get near it. Ball cannons in off the bar. And another great goal for Cardiff City. And that's where we find ourselves at the break. We are going to break now for a cup of tea, cup of coffee, warm ourselves up on an increasingly cold day. But we hope that you will be cheered. We hope you will be warmed by the score at half-time. It is at Leckwith. Cardiff City under-21s 2. Swansea City under-21s 0. A very good afternoon once more. Welcome back to Leckwith, Cardiff International Sports Stadium. There are many fantastic things about the facilities here at Cardiff International Sports Stadium. The vending coffee machine is not one of those. But that moan out the way, the good news, if you're a Cardiff City fan, is that the Bluebirds lead 2-0 at half-time against their rivals from the west of us here in the capital. Cardiff 2, Swansea 0. John Donovan alongside Tom Hopkins. It was an entertaining first half, both teams in fact. Cardiff took the lead, then had to withstand possession and pressure from Swansea, who played some nice football. Cardiff's goalkeeper, back four and two holding midfielders did an exceptional job. And then Cardiff emphatically finished the half with that Cameron Antwi free kick, which gives us the score of 2-0 as the second half is underway, with Cardiff playing from right to left as it gets increasingly darker here at Cardiff International Sports Stadium. Can the second half light us up? Here's Kroll, crosses into the box, cleared away. We'll go through the teams momentarily. No changes at half-time. So for the Bluebirds, that means Jake Dennis in goal, a back four of Vontae Campbell, Louis Giles as the fullbacks, centre halves Xavier Benjamin and Malachi Fagan Walcott, Kavanagh and Antwi the holding two. Joel Colwill playing as the 10. Here's Kroll as I'll break off. Kroll, his first touch was a little heavy, it was also offside. Toos and Conte are the wingers, and James Kroll, the aforementioned James Kroll, with one goal so far, is leading the line. It's also, as you were for Swansea, Mitchell, Jones, McFadden, Bates, Lizard, the captain, Farke, Congreve, Joe Thomas, who put in some excellent crosses in the first half, Christian Fletcher, Liam Smith, probably the standout performer for the Swans in the first half, and Kyrell Wilson completing the lineup. That's a long ball which Campbell will have to deal with, and just about does that as it goes out for a goal kick. On the bench for the Bluebirds today, Will Spears, Joe Thomas, Finn Johnson, Carl Kenniford and Morgan Wigley. We'll wait to see how Darren Pearce uses his bench in the second half. Dennis will go long. Toos is beaten to that. Kavanagh will head forward. Colwell makes a little bit of a back that allows the ball to run his way, but Swansea quickly put it back into the Cardiff half. Antwi does well once more. Great turn, great strength and good release ball as well. Antwi has been exceptional through 47 minutes today. Here's Conte, he's been good too with his direct running, and we see that now as he goes to the outside. Little cut back chop, and that will be a free kick. Swansea defender just couldn't live with the pace of Conte there. Cardiff go quickly. Here's Giles. Giles inside to Kavanagh, back to Giles. Conte with the crossing opportunity. Deflected cross, well dealt with in the middle of the box. Fletcher will look to make life difficult. He does. And it succeeds in winning the throw-in as Xavier Benjamin has to head out. I'll bring Tom Hopkins in a minute, but right now he's beautifully framing some photographs. Man has many jobs, many tasks this afternoon. I only have the one. That's to annoy you listening at home. Fletcher, nice layoff. Here's Wilson. Wilson running at his man, who is Giles. Great tackle from Giles. Wilson might have been better advised to release the ball to Smith, who made the run on the outside. Cardiff stay strong once more. Here's Fagan Walcott. Long ball. Conte, I think, was onside. He was. Great timed run. And now we can attack the left-hand side of the box. Rather runs himself into trouble. And Swansea will recover. It's a very quick harem-scarum pace to this second half. Both teams really going for it. Good strength, good covering tackle there by Fagan Walcott. Tom, the 11 seconds of the second half you've seen so far while you've been doing your other duties. What are your thoughts on the opening?
Well, from what I can tell, it's going back and forth quite quickly, JP. But no, I think Conte, just early on here, I think he's done really well, just bursting up that left-hand side. Maybe not quite had the rub of the green he'd liked on some of the touches when he's trying to beat the man, but nonetheless he's using that pace and it's scaring the visitors, I think.
Swansea go short, and that's a wicked ball across the box, just behind all the white shirts. Cardiff had switched off momentarily to that short corner. No harm, no foul though. First nudge of the afternoon to say, if you can, get down to Cardiff City Stadium on Saturday to watch the senior men's first team against Millwall. If you can't though, the next best thing, join us for our coverage on Cardiff City TV. See some photos online yesterday of Cardiff's trip to the Den in 1999. I was a formative 16-year-old that day. It was quite the experience. Cardiff have a throw in. Midway inside their own half. Colwill has a chance to turn it wide to Giles. Giles, nice weight of pass to Conti. Conti skips past his man. Skips past another man. It's a good recovery tackle, though, from Harry Jones. Didn't commit the foul, just got his body back in the right position. And now Swansea can drive forward. Great covering from Campbell. Strong tackle to dispossess Congreve. But Swansea have worked the ball to Joe Thomas. We know he can cross the ball, although he gives it off on this occasion to Smith, and Giles does ever so well to Marshall Smith. Smith, though, does he rob Kavanagh? Kavanagh does well to get back goal side. Really is a frenetic pace at the start of this half. Swansea turn the ball over once more. Here's Lazar, the captain. He will go cross-field. Nice angled ball. It's just going to go away, though, from the on-rushing McFadden. Nice idea, but out for a goal kick to Cardiff City.
Have you got a moment to breathe now, JP?
I'll relax for a second and enjoy this luxurious cup of coffee.
Well, what an opening 5 minutes. I think we've seen, you know, about as much action as you'd expect to see from about 20.
This goes long. Cardiff not looking to play out short at the back in the start of this second half. They have conceded possession, though. They'll win the throw-in. It's noticeable, Tom, that Cardiff maybe feel they've done the hard yards in terms of getting the 2-goal lead, so playing the percentage game at the start of this second half, taking no chances.
No, certainly not. I think City just look so far like they are looking for that third goal, though, aren't they?
Into midfield, which Colwill tries to turn wide to twos, doesn't get enough on it, and here's McFadden again. He's got a great engine and joins in every time. Thatcher works it back, clip ball to the far post. Giles gets there ahead of Thomas. Cardiff defending the edge of their box very well. Again, happy to concede possession, but just take the space away. So disciplined, Kavanagh and Antwi in front of the two centre-halves, and Swansea forced backwards once more. Steve Jenkins, both parishes, Cardiff and Swansea, has just made his way into the stands. Cardiff will get a throw in. Came to Cardiff, of course, late in his career. I think he was, again, age is getting the better of me, but he was part of the team that got promoted in 2003. That win against QPR at the then Millennium Stadium. Dennis will have to come out and claim this. Played for Swansea at a time when they had the likes of Andy Legg and Jason Bowen, Roger Freestone, of course, John Cornforth. Few players have crossed the divide, not always with the utmost of success. David Penny is one that sticks in the mind as someone who I had high hopes for, but never really made it in a Cardiff City shirt. McFadden again is the willing runner, but the ball is overhit. And the Swansea captain, Philip Lazar, just telling his teammates to calm down. Maybe they're looking to rush things and looking to stray from their patient game. Cardiff will have the throw in and they will take their time over this. Campbell to Antwi. Again, it's great strength from Antwi. Tries to turn it forward, but Swansea will get the benefit of the throw, and it's a quickly taken throw to Smith. Gets away from Kavanagh. Nice weight of pass to Thomas. Thomas with a striking opportunity. It's a very good save from Dennis. And again, he controlled the rebound in decent fashion. Turned it, if not away from the goal, some distance away from the goal. And Dennis has made 1 or 2 key saves today. That was lovely football, though, from Swansea. Ball into the box. Giles is outnumbered on the far post, gets something on it. Did enough. Conti makes life difficult for Thomas. Turns it back. Conti can get in there with the block tackle. It was a pass that sold Harry Jones a little short. We'll see for a replay in a moment, though. Again, it was a good save from Jake Dennis, and powerful hands behind the ball that didn't allow any secondary chance. Campbell goes to ground, makes the tackle. And right on cue, here is that replay. Lovely weight of ball from Smith. Thomas gets it out of his feet well. Low, powerful strike. And whilst the ball did go not away from goal, the strong two-handed save did get some distance. It's nice again, and Benjamin has to clear out. Swansea just looking to up the ante a little bit as we approach the hour mark. Smith finds a lovely little bit of space. Links with Fletcher. Fletcher shot at goal, and again Dennis is down well. Sorry, my apologies. That was Wilson, not Fletcher, but we got the goalkeeper right. Dennis forced into another good save. And once more, he controls the ball coming off his chest very well. Crucial moments, you feel, Tom, in terms of Swansea just looking to get that momentum and get a goal back.
Yeah, certainly. I think that when he's been called upon this afternoon, Jake Dennis has been very solid, hasn't he? And I think, you know, these early moments of the second half would be the ideal point at which Swansea City would be looking to get one back. Here they have it.
Shot, well, cross-come shot. I actually think Smith, who did ever so well initially, was looking for Fletcher and not McFadden, but it was McFadden who got onto the end of it. No surprise, he's been everywhere. In the end, though, it was neither a shot nor a cross. And Cardiff survive. This Cardiff team have worked very, very hard without the ball. Just wondering whether Darren Pearce is considering freshening things up. Carl Kenneford is a player who can come on and put his foot into a tackle and play in a defensively responsible fashion. He might be an option for the Bluebirds manager. Long ball from Lazar, who looks to have a decent range of passing, and McFadden keeps that in. Can't turn it back to a teammate, though. Good hold-up play from Kroll, just giving Cardiff a breather, and he finds twos. Giles is free if Cardiff can switch the game. Maybe that option has been taken away, yes. Antwi goes back to Campbell. Easier to see from up here, of course, with a higher vantage point. Good hold-up play from Colwill. Feeds it wide. Ball looking for the run of Twos. Twos is in behind. The bounce makes life difficult. He controls it well. Now going away from goal. Back to Colwill. First time ball into the box. Conti is well marshalled. But Cardiff's best moment for a while as they play on the break.
Yeah, it seems as though they've been limited to that currently. But once again, I think City just need to weather the storm. Be smart off the ball and make the most of it when they do have it at their feet.
Colwill goes to ground a tad dramatically, and the referee is going to book him for simulation. Got to say, I think the referee, who is Matthew Norton, has got most things right this afternoon so far. Swansea are preparing a substitute. and it's Zane Myers who is stripped and ready to come on. That's a nice ball forwards, which will find the ever-willing Smith. Smith looks to put the ball back across goal. It's a great tackle from Antwi again, and there's a ricochet that favours the Bluebirds. Antwi deserves that through sheer hard work. Well, Tom, you had a go at me last time because I kept talking about Will Spears. I'm just going to keep talking about Cameron Antwi this afternoon.
Well, I think you've picked your right favourite this week. He's been so solid all round, hasn't he? I think the entirety of the team, to be fair, nobody's let them down so far. Just very composed.
Excellent defensive work there from Cameron Antwi. Scored one, created one, and has been everywhere the Bluebirds have needed him to be. Conte heads forward. Still Zane Myers waits. The Swans didn't take the opportunity there to make the substitution. Benjamin deals with that well. Two centre-halves of Cardiff have done everything asked of them this afternoon, ably supported by Giles and Vontae Campbell. Ball out to Thomas, heads back in field, intelligent. Smith, is he fouled? Yes, probably was. There was arm around the shoulder from Conte. A goal for Swansea at this point with half an hour left could really change the game. Has been a good game. Good tactical battle, some nice football played, obviously two very good goals for the Bluebirds. It's been good fare this afternoon. And we still have half an hour left. As Congreve stands over this ball. And he looked to trick Dennis and the ball into the near post. That's what he was going for, but overhit. And no trouble to the Bluebirds goal, it goes out for a goal kick. And that will result in, well, a substitution apiece. Morgan Wigley will be coming on for the Bluebirds, and Zane Myers, who's been waiting some time now for Swansea, will finally make his bow. Wait to see who's coming off. It's Conte, I think he's coming off. He's frustrated to be coming off. He's worked hard this afternoon. He will be replaced. And James Cole, who can play from a wider position, I think he's just going to come and play from the left. Zane Byers is going on for, is it McFadden going off on the far side? I believe it is. Well, that can surely only be through fatigue, because he's been excellent in terms of his running off the ball, and I think he's covered every blade of grass at Cardiff International Sports Stadium this afternoon, maybe some of the car park as well. Kroll is up, heads forward, first touch from Wigley, cleared away. Ball forward looking for Fletcher in a foot race here with Fagan Walcott. Walcott stands him up well, will concede the corner, but wouldn't let his man turn. Swansea will have the set piece. Potential short one that Cardiff need to be aware of. Of course it's not, because McFadden is actually the substitute. Someone put a bib on that man. Ball in, there's a glanced header. It's a save from Dennis. He didn't know a lot about it, and it's cleared off the line fantastically from Twos. Last stitch defending from the Bluebirds. Sometimes it has to be scramble defence. Smith, nice ball in towards the far post, and how has it not gone in? Lazar is the man on the back post. In fact, the flag was up for offside. Swansea will wander though, and the replay will have to tell us how they didn't open their account there.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think Dennis maybe gets a glove on it at one point. Twos' clearance is fantastic. Reads it so well coming towards him, manages to get power to send it away and not back into the fray.
Well, it wasn't offside because it was a lovely late run, so unless there was someone deemed to be interfering, I'm assuming this was a goal kick awarded. And actually, Lazar, who made the well-timed run, you have to say he should have scored. Swansea look to build once more. Nice touch from Congreve. Fletcher keeps his balance, and the ball maybe just bounced up on him. He got underneath it over the bar. That was a powerful run, though. Swansea inching closer. Still, though, Cardiff have their clean sheet. Bluebirds, though, need to bring themselves up the field a little. But maybe Jake Dennis and his back four have earned that little bit of luck, as Cardiff will make a... Well, it won't be another substitution. It will be a talking to Darren Pearce. Or I think there's instructions about retrieving the ball and ball boys, I believe. There's a few balls going missing now, and it's taking time away from the game. Ball forward, but again, it's easily conceded possession for the Bluebirds. Nice ball to Congreve. Suspicions of handball. Referee says play on. Kavanagh made a nice tackle. His twos. Twos to Campbell, who's made a willing run. Goes at the substitute Myers. Ball into the box. Well dealt with by Captain Lazar. Cardiff just need to do this. They need to keep possession for a moment. Antwi hasn't, though. He's turned the ball over and Swansea can break. Thomas. Nice first touch. Goes at Giles. Gets it out of his feet. Nice ball in. Well defended, though. The ball will come back to Thomas. Another good cross in. It's going to be a shooting opportunity here. Oh, the touch just drew bodies. Congreve, can he get the shot in? Body's going to ground. It goes across the 6-yard box again. No white shirt can sweep it home. Good tackle on Smith by Colwill. The ball will come back to Smith. Surely Swansea knocking at the door. Congreve cross in. Great covering play by Kavanagh. Well, by hook or by crook. Cardiff are protecting their goal.
Yep, it's really kind of last-ditch stuff here. City really not wanting to give up an inch and really putting their bodies on the line at every given opportunity here.
Smith will take the corner kick. Low towards the near post. That's good defending from Campbell. Wouldn't let Fletcher get the strike at goal. Smith once more towards the back post. It will come back across the 6-yard box, and Colwill will get some distance on this. Wigley needs to battle to make life difficult, allow Cardiff to come out of there, or come away from their box. Wigley has done well. He might turn the ball over, but that's good defensive play from a forward, just forcing Swansea back into their own half. Ball forward, looking for Wilson. Good starting position from Dennis, and he claims and will be in no rush to release this ball. It was the 7-side derby last time out on Cardiff City TV for the under-21s, and the Bluebirds won that. Can they maintain their position to take South Wales derby victory? Certainly Swansea have dominated this second half, but Cardiff holding firm. Here's Myers. Congreve. Campbell does well, and he's done well again this afternoon, Campbell, in that full-back position. Don't know what the future holds for him, but he's playing some decent football at this level at the moment. It's a foul by Fagan Walcott. And Smith will take free kick responsibilities once more. Cardiff will look to defend the edge of that box. Smith thinks about the short one, thinks better of it. There are men now at the far post. There is a far post runner, That might be slightly overhit. No, it's right on the money. In fact, great defending by Fake and Walcott. Second chance. I think that was Fake and Walcott again, or was it Benjamin? But the two centre-halves doing ever so well. Good technique from Congreve. Moved it from one foot to the other. The shot is deflected. Corner kick for Swansea, who are doing everything bar score at the moment.
I imagine they are incredibly frustrated at the moment. Just City really putting their bodies on the line. Just taking the smallest of deflections.
Corner is cleared. Smith with his back to goal. Cardiff can't turn the ball over though. Here's Thomas, who like Colwill is a taller player but has great feet. Ball into the box, cleared away by Benjamin. Two centre-halves have dealt with everything they've needed to today. They've been a really good pairing, Benjamin and Fake and Walcott. Here's Thomas once more. Again, decent ball in on the bounce. Ball will come back to Farke. Swansea will look to get the ball back across goal. Excellent defending by Campbell. Wins the goal kick. Well, I thought he was decent at left back last time out, Tom, and at right back today. Vontae Campbell's had a decent afternoon. Yeah,
he really has. I think he's just solid, isn't he? He's willing to run as well to support his man. He's got Cody Twos with him on that same side as him, so he needs to support, I think, the slightly younger player. But he's done a good job of it, and he's really kind of led by example, I think, at the back there. One of the more senior players on the pitch.
Great feat by Colwill once more. Antwi, who just seems to be tiring a little bit, couldn't find the release ball. Here's Smith. Fantastic tackle from Benjamin, who ushers his players up the pitch. Real leader there. Wants the Bluebirds to hold firm. So this centre-half pairing is one to keep an eye on for the Bluebirds. Certainly defensively, they're very strong. Kavanagh reads that well, gets a foot in. Thinks better off going to ground, but the ball is turned over to Kroll. Just opens up an angle, a little bit of space for himself. Feeds it into midfield to Colwill. Colwill, well, nice attempted turn there. But once more, Cardiff have to concede possession. They're still disciplined, though. They're still getting men behind the ball. Weekly may have been adjudged to have fouled his man there. Referee said nothing doing. Campbell clears away. It is backs to the wall stuff, although Cardiff are doing it well. Here's Thomas once more. Decent weight of pass. Is it? No, it will run away. Wilson was a little on his heels. And Fake and Walcott sees the ball out. Antwi, he's just starting to tire, and he overstretched when he went forward a few moments ago. He's gone to ground now and will receive treatment. Cardiff may need to think about a change. But just want to go back to the two centre-halves, because I spoke a lot in the first half, Tom, about Antwi and Kavanagh. But the two centre-halves, lots of balls coming into the box, lots of last-ditch defending. They've played really well as a pair this afternoon.
Certainly, yeah, and I think in these later stages now where they are being tested more, and these last 5 minutes, and it's been fairly unprecedented for how this match has gone so far, the amount of pressure we're under. But yeah, they've both really held their own, stood up to it, and once they are making the clearance, they're then running up and leading that line so people aren't getting caught, offside.
Don't adjust your screens. You're seeing a succession of replays where white shirts are attacking the Cardiff box, but at the moment, the blue shirts are doing enough. Chance for both teams to take on some liquid. Chance for both sets of coaching staff to impart some instructions. And a chance for us to remind you how we stand at 2-0. This was the first goal. Lovely team goal and beautiful finish from Kroll. Colwill was involved, Congsey was involved, Antwi was involved. And Kroll eventually was the man who scored. And then, well, no real words needed for this. That'll be a strong contender for this month's club goal of the month. We will eventually restart with a goal kick to Cardiff City. 74 minutes gone. The Bluebirds are holding firm. is played forward by Giles. It's returned with interest, but Benjamin is there. Can Colwill retain possession? He can. That was good from the number 10. Giles to Wigley. Wigley can't go on the outside of his man, but wins a throw in. And just those small moments, those marginal gains, will benefit Cardiff City. Giles down the line. I can see the midriff of Kroll. Such was his shirt being pulled. Is that a foul on Antwi? He's in the wars at the moment. Might need his second bout of treatment. Free kick is awarded to the Bluebirds. Antwi is up and about once more. Cardiff will prepare their next change. And, well, they make the change now, and it's Finn Johnson who's coming onto the pitch. Who impressed me against Barnsley a couple of months ago. I believe, Tom, you told me that day he's the son of former Birmingham City, Crystal Palace and Everton striker Andy Johnson.
Is indeed.
And as I commented that day, there are some similarities in appearance. Here's Colwill. Colwill tries to find the run of Antwi, who's still willing, gets into the box. He's marshalled away by Farke, and in the end it's a goal kick, but Cameron Antwi has worked exceptionally hard this afternoon. Smith, who comes deep, plays the ball into midfield looking for Bates, but it was well closed down by Wigley. Ball is headed forward. Here's Myers on the far side looking to run at Antwi. Good low ball across, but again well dealt with by Fagan Walcott. Got his body open in the right position. It was an emphatic clearance away. Cardiff also benefit from the throw-in. That's going to sell Kroll a little short, but at least the Bluebirds can come up the field. Ball is turned over. Here's Kavanagh. Keeps possession well. Oh, it's just a little overhit on that occasion. Oh, is it? No, Johnson's going to keep the ball in. And a low cross, which... well, on a cold day, my sympathies go out to Philip Lazar because it's he's cleared that and taken a contact in a delicate part of the body. But the one thing we can say about Finn Johnson, or certainly the 20-30 minutes I saw him against Barnsley, he's busy, he's tenacious, he'll keep the Swansea defenders on their toes. Absolutely, yeah, and I think that's where, you know, a lot of the goals that he scores come from. He really is just fantastic at being an absolute nuisance, and I think with 13, 15 minutes left, hopefully it can be a bit of a masterstroke bringing him on. Giles, good ball in, just goes away from Fagan Walcott. Giles, well, I've seen him hit those before. He will feel that was a chance. Ball goes over the bar and it's a goal kick to Swansea City, but Cardiff, having soaked up a lot of pressure and, let's be honest, had to defend desperately at times, just seem to have wrestled a little bit of match control back. Darren Pearce will be pleased by that, and he knows, and I don't want to jinx it, but he knows that a clean sheet wins this game. Giles throwing down the line. Kavanagh will return it. Kroll flicks on, and Johnson again makes himself a nuisance. Concedes the throw in on this occasion, but allows Cardiff to come up the field. Crossfield ball, well, attempted crossfield ball, but it was far too straight. And that will be marshalled by Jake Dennis. Giles tries to play it into control. He's beaten on that occasion by Lazar. Nice flick into midfield by Kavanagh to Antwi. He keeps the ball moving to the right-hand side to Campbell. Nice return ball from Twos to Campbell. They wanted to play the 1-2. Twos was fouled. And the referee will blow up for a free kick. And you do feel like Cardiff may have just weathered the storm. Myers will take the book in. Maybe a little harsh. There's been lesser things, or more aggressive things, I should say, that have been let go today. But I suppose Cardiff could have broken away. So the substitute will receive the caution. I think I've got a case of mistaken identity then. I thought it was Byers taking the booking, but I believe it's actually a second yellow for Richard Farkey, who was booked in the first half for dissent, I believe, and now impeding that counter-attack for Cardiff City. The number 6 has been sent off, so Cardiff will play the remaining 10 minutes against 10 men, and that might just swing the pendulum firmly in the favour of the Bluebirds. So Swansea have had a man sent off. Richard Farkey is the player in question. Again, might have got the individual wrong, but I thought by letter of the law, probably a booking, but more aggressive things have been left unpunished this afternoon. But certainly it favours an advantage to Cardiff City. Johnson, nice use of the body. Can he run away from his man? Well, again, he just gets Cardiff up the pitch. Good covering from Joe Thomas there, who has temporarily gone into the right fullback position as Swansea go to a back four. Having Joe Thomas in that deeper position will benefit Cardiff City because he is a good crosser of the ball from advanced positions. Here's Kavanagh. Back to Fagan Walcott, back to Dennis. Dennis slices that clearance somewhat, or gets underneath it, but Cardiff, through Giles and Kavanagh, are able to turn it forward. How will Swansea look to affect this game with 10 men? Still, they look to play their possession football. Thomas, good balance. Certainly a player in the Swansea number 8. Look out for his name going forward. Again, very similar to the Colwill brothers. Taller player, but great balance, great footwork. Cameron Antwi, as he's done all afternoon, sweeps up very well. Nice give and go between Antwi and Kavanagh. Colwill. Johnson, did he keep himself onside? Well, he did, and in doing so, that ball just ran away from him a little. Again, though, Cardiff bring themselves up the pitch. And time is against Swansea right now. That ball is a little too straight once more. We'll run to Dennis. And I just want to come back to Jake Dennis, Tom, because he's made important saves at important times. Before a goal in the first half, when Swansea were up in the ante in the second half, the goalkeeper's been really good today. Come back to that in a second, Tom, because that was a little bit of a nasty tackle from behind. Fletcher on Fagan Walcott, a little bit of frustration, but Fagan Walcott is up. It's a booking for the Swansea striker. Yes, sorry, Tom, just on the goalkeeper, I feel Jake Dennis deserves credit for making timely saves.
Yeah, certainly every time he's been called up upon, I think he's really answered that call, and I think that he's commanded his area well. He's not been, you know, afraid to kind of come out and try to claim a ball if he thinks he can get his hand onto it. You know, I mean, earlier on, I think perhaps one or two little errors that we've seen, you know, in the defensive lineup as well as with the keeper, just from trying to pass it around the back a little too much perhaps. But, you know, the second half, I think when we've had our backs up against the wall, he hasn't put a foot wrong, has he?
Certainly hasn't, but there's still time left for Swansea to make an impact in this game, albeit with 10 men. Here's Smith, who's been busy all afternoon, although I have to say that Antwi and Kavanagh have worked very hard to negate his threat. Is Congreve. We know he can deliver a good ball, but once more it's cut out by Kavanagh. A real, not even unsung hero today, just a hero, a very good performance. Combative midfielder who's also got good technical ability. There's the combative part right there. Strong tackle from Kavanagh, and it's nice to have him back. I'm sure Darren Pearce feels that it's nice to have him back from injury.
It's been a long time out for him. I think from the other day, about 18, 17 months with his leg injury. But this is definitely a fixture that he'd have been looking forward to playing, given that it's only his 4th or 5th match back.
He's limping a little after that tackle, but he'll want to see this through. Again, that switch ball isn't quite, well, it doesn't have enough angle on it. It's rather easy for the Bluebirds. And you just feel that Swansea perhaps have been suffocated. Can Cardiff put any icing on the cake? Wigley turns on the afterburners. Nice cutback ball. Here's Antwi. Surely not again. Here's Kroll. Kroll shot at goal. Forces the save from Mitchell. Corner kick to Cardiff City. Lovely counter-attacking football once more.
Yeah, the shot there, I think it took a slight deflection, which might have taken a bit of sting out of it. But yeah, Wigley really, really good up that right-hand side there, and he cuts it back just the right time. I think a slight deflection. Keeper did well to get onto it, nonetheless.
It was intelligent then from Kroll, just reading the play, pulling into that pocket of space. Cardiff playing in the right end of the field, or right half of the field, with less than 4 minutes of normal time remaining. Corner looking towards the back post, header at goal, while Benjamin was adjudged to have fouled his man. Now he sprints back, as does Fagan Walcott. Floodlights in full glare right now as darkness falls. But Cardiff are minutes away from another derby victory. It's happened at senior men's level, happened recently at women's level with a very important result. The under-21s, of course, beat Bristol City a few weeks ago, and it looks like they're going to beat Swansea City today, he says, without jinxing it. Lovely release from Cardiff again, breaking the press. Now Giles. Colwill. Johnson looks to keep himself onside. Keep the ball is the shout from the Cardiff dugout. Colwill, he might do better than that. Oh, last-ditch tackle. That was good from Lazar, who's looks like an athletic, mobile, cultured centre-half. Oh, it's a good first touch. Wigley takes it out of his feet. Unfortunately, the dew just causes him to slip. Kavanagh, good tackle again. Cardiff feel they can really kill this game. Colwill, Kavanagh wants the cutback, but Colwill, well, he has other ideas. If number 1 was good, if number 2 was special, well, I think we've run out of superlatives to describe that goal. Joel Colwill kills the game with a thunderbolt.
I don't really know what to say about that one. I think he's given so much space. Perfect position for him, and he's put it right in the top corner of that far post.
From our vantage point, I was imploring him to spot the run of Ryan Kavanagh, who was coming late towards the edge of the box. Joe Colwill just said, well, no, I don't need you. Such was the power of the goal. I think he's affected the laptop right now. We will show you it again. It's worth seeing again, I promise. Joel Colwill kills the game for Cardiff City. Gives them a 3-goal lead. Swansea will make another substitution. Ruben Davis is coming on. Also, just seeing who Ruben Davis came on for. Certainly, MATCHDAY has come on for Christian Fletcher. Here we go. As promised, as advertised. Colwill, you can see that run from Kavanagh, but Colwill, and the way he sliced across it, I bet the angle behind the goal, I think we've got the goal pro there, I bet that's going to be something special, because I think he puts a little bit of slice on that. And Derby Day victory is complete for the Bluebirds. Antwi. I thought he was a shoo-in for goal of the month. Maybe not so now, but he's been excellent today. Kavanagh continues to battle. He wins another tackle. Credit to Swansea. They keep going. Monte Campbell is adjudged to have fouled his man. Cardiff, although the game is won, will want the clean sheet. Monte Campbell is booked. We are into added time. It's been a good run of results for the Bluebirds under 21s in recent weeks. Should have probably won last week. If you score 5 goals away from home, you should win. But still, the point. Prior to that, they beat a Bristol City team who were higher than them in the league, and they're going to do the same again today. Can they see this free kick out? Low towards the near post, cleared away. Cardiff will look to bring their men out of the box. Kavanagh is beaten this time. Jinky run, very good run by Bates, but he is stopped finally. Harry Jones. Still Swansea, to their credit, want to go short. Here's Smith. Good tackle again from Giles. And here's Wigley, who really has helped the Bluebirds come up the pitch in the last 10-15 minutes, using his pace and direct running ability. Aaron Pearce has used his bench well today. Not necessarily making substitutes for the sake of making substitutes, but affecting the game. Antwi once more in the dying embers of the game, gets back, makes a great block, takes the congratulations of his teammates. Swansea have a corner. Love to see this Bluebirds team playing for each other. There's been high fives and pats on the back all round, all afternoon. It's been a real team effort. And I think Captain Xavier Benjamin has set that standard. Good to see. Corner ball towards the far post. Dennis is there, the only man there. And he claims the ball, and that might well be that.
Great from Dennis there. I think, you know, that ball's coming right down onto him, isn't it? He's got to get it right. Now to just see this one out, hopefully.
Dennis goes long. Johnson is enough of a nuisance that he forces a throw in. Myers couldn't win the physical battle against him. We're going to see the goals again, and 3 goals of sublime quality. Every time the Bluebirds scored, the next player looked to up the ante. That was a great team goal. This strike from Antwi. And then this thunderbolt by Colwill. And again, I'd like to see that angle maybe from behind the goal, because I'm sure he slices that with the power as well. Wonderful, wonderful technique. And there goes the final whistle. Derby delight for the under-21 Bluebirds. The senior side won 2-0 earlier in the season. The under-21s go one battle. Final score here at Leckwith this afternoon. Cardiff City 3, Swansea City 0. And Tom, as Derby performances go and as victories go, that was a pretty enjoyable afternoon.
Yeah, certainly. I think it's definitely deserved for City, but really did have their backs up against it, didn't they? For a good 10-15 minute period at the start of that second half. Just managed to you know, again, weather the storm. When the cards are against them, they put their bodies on the line, and it worked, and yeah, just deserved it. 3 points, clean sheet, and 3 goals as well, against a side that have been in really good form in recent weeks.
It was good to see from the Bluebirds in that period when they did, as Tom rightly says, have their backs against the wall. It's all very well playing the pretty football, but there's still a time where you have to put bodies on the line. You have to do the hard yards, the dirty work. And if Swansea had scored at 2-0 down and capitalised on that momentum, the game may have changed. But it was a thou shalt not pass attitude from the Bluebirds. Bodies on the line, particularly in the second half. I thought the 2 centre-halves, Benjamin and Fake and Walcott, were excellent. That man, Darren Pearce, knows all about strong centre-half play. His side have some momentum at the moment. Look forward to hearing his words later when he speaks with Tom. Sure, he'll be absolutely delighted, not just at the 3 goals, but the clean sheet against a talented Swansea side. It's been a derby played in good spirits, albeit there was a sending off, but Swansea played some lovely football as well. It's just been a very good game this afternoon at Leckwith, but for Cardiff to come out on the right side of it, and emphatically so, I think that's great credit to the entire team and coaching staff. Second half highlights, and you will see a lot of Swansea highlights, certainly for the first 20 minutes of the second half, and Jake Dennis making a number of good saves, being helped out by his defenders as well, making timely blocks, putting their bodies on the line, clearing off the line on that occasion. Cardiff probably earned the right, earned their luck. Swansea continued to prod and probe, and some notable performers. Joe Thomas and Liam Smith were crafty all afternoon, but they couldn't penetrate the Cardiff back line. Good defending there by Campbell. And that's what Cardiff did all second half, defended their 6-yard box well. Really worked as a team all afternoon. And as I said a few moments ago, there was a collective effort, collective praise when things went well, when tackles were made. And Xavier Benjamin set the standard for that. And then as the game was coming into its final 10 minutes, we had the second yellow card. And that was the dismissal of Richard Farkey. He'll be disappointed. That second one probably was a booking. But as you can see, he was clapping the referee there. This first booking in the first half was for dissent, I believe. And maybe architect of his own downfall there. Cardiff, from that point on, were in control. Kroll forced another good save. Kavanagh made yet another tackle. And Colwill, well, what can you say? Goal of supreme quality to finish the game. And that is how it finished. My thanks to Tom Hopkins for his company. It's been a delightful derby day afternoon here on Cardiff City TV. Look out for highlights, look out for interviews with Darren Pearce a little later. These young Bluebirds deserve it. They were excellent in terms of their team performance and structure, and they were clinical. And that ends in the result you can see on the screen there. Final score here at Cardiff International Sports Stadium. The Bluebirds 3, the Swans 0. Enjoy it, enjoy your evening, and we'll see you on the weekend.